All right, students, we are going to go through practice 3, solving word problems. So if you can take a look at the screen right today, we are going to go through 10 questions, very ambitious. I hope that I can meet 10 questions. Anytime you can pause and you can go through the questions again, if let's say you feel that the concept a little bit difficult to understand. So I'm going to start now from page 93. Nancy had $60 to buy some candles. There was a sale in the shop and a discount of 20% was given for the candles. As a result, Nancy was able to buy 6 more candles than she would have without discount. So this is a star question again. The first 5 questions are all star questions, meaning you will get to see in your PSLE booklet. So they will ask you, how many candles did Nancy buy during sale? So I'm going to draw a model to show you that actually she was given this amount of money of $60. Okay, but our discount was given, a 20% discount was given for the candles. And realize that as a result, this 20% discount, meaning actually she don't need to pay 20% of it. But as a result for that, she is able to buy 6 more candles. And these are the candles with discount, definitely. Okay, so my first question is actually, how much money did she save? How much money was she able to use to buy the 6 more candles? So what you can do is, you take 100%, arrow, $60. Then you find out what is this 20%. So what do you get? You get $12. So for this discount price, she don't need to pay for this $12. This $12, she's able to buy 6 more candles. But all these candles are, of course, during discount. She pay at the discounted price. So what do you do is this 6 candles, $12. 1 candle, 12 divided by 6. You will get to find out what is this amount when the candles were sold at discount. You can actually get that. So you realize that actually it's $2. This is discounted price, meaning already after discount that she needs to pay $2 only. Okay, so now we take a look at how many candles did Nancy buy during the sale. If Nancy used up the entire $60, and I know that the discounted candle is $2. So how many candles do you think Nancy can buy? Yes, you take 60 divided by 2, you will get 30. I want you to write down the correct number in 60 divided by 2, you will get 30. So your part A answer is done. So part B answer, what was the price of the candle before discount? You know that this $2 is the price of 1 candle after 20% discount, meaning 80%, you are paying for 80% is $2. How to find 1? You don't worry about the calculation first, even though you cannot use calculator, because later the number will cancel by itself. When you use cancellation, divided by 2 and all that, you will find the answer, and it will be a number that will be more than $2, definitely. Okay, then you'll find your part B answer. This is your part B answer. The answer will be more than $2 because the full price answer confirm will be more than the discounted price. So take time to answer this question. Okay, next, question 2. Florence had some money. She spent 40% of her money on a dress. And 40% of the remaining money on the back, she donated the rest of the 144 to a children's home. How much did Florence have at the beginning? What concept is this? Very familiar, right? What concept is this? Yes, it's remainder concept. You are correct. But the thing is, now that they ask in percentage, I'm scared. If you ask in fraction, I'll be able to draw the model. Now in percentage, I really don't know how to draw the model. Don't worry, then you change the percent to fraction. Like 40% is 2 out of 5. Here, another 2 out of 5. I'm not going to go through the entire question. I need you to go and try that on your own. But to help you with a head start, she said she spent 2 out of 5 on a dress. That means out of 5 units, you label 2 and say that this is the dress. Then you highlight the remainder here. Okay, this is the remainder. Does it ring a bell? Yes, right. Then they say, and 2 out of 5 of the remaining money on the back. So I'm going to drop down. Either you do drop down or you do common multiple. Those of you who do common multiple will start asking, how can 3 unit and 5 unit be the same? So some say, can I actually take 3 times 5? The first smallest common multiple, 15, then you try to divide this into 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. You can do that also. You can do that. Just that I'm showing you the drop down and they say 2 out of 5 of the remainder on a back. And the rest is 144. They are asking the beginning how much money they have. I want you to go and try because you know that these 2 units are different. You can see that 3 smaller units give you 144. Find 1, find 5. Then this amount is equivalent to the 3 parts here. What I mean is this. 3 unit is 144. Find 1, find 5. And this amount here, it will be equivalent to the 3 parts that you see on top. Then you find 1 part. And then you find 5 parts. I want you to follow my guidance and solve the question successfully with the unique dollar sign. You get what I'm trying to say? Of course, I can write down the solution for you, but I would like you to try it out on your own. Then you will get to see that you are able to solve it on your own. Okay, so I'll give you some intermittent steps. You go and find out. All right, Ken? Then you will get question 2. Let's move on to question 3. Question 3. Dawn and Evelyn had an equal amount of money. Every month, Dawn will spend $120 and Evelyn will spend $160. After a few months, Dawn was left with $1,200. Evelyn had 80% as much money left as Dawn. So I'm going to write down 4/5 here because since I think when I draw the 4/5, you will get to see more. So how am I going to solve this question? How are you going to do it? At least I know that what is 4/5? 4/5 means Evelyn will have 4 units, while Dawn will have 5 units. Then, all right, you take a look at this, then you highlight the keywords because Dawn every month spend $120, Evelyn spend $160. Definitely Evelyn spend more. Okay, so after a few months, Dawn was left with $1,200, but Evelyn had 4/5 as much money left as Dawn. So actually from this step, at least you can see that what is 4/5 of 120? You will actually get to see $960. This is what is left by Evelyn. Okay, this $120 is left by Dawn. And I am going to show you the stack model for this. Okay, I'm going to show you the stack model for this. But of course, you also know that every month, this is not an equal amount, but every month you know that Evelyn will spend $40 more. So I'm going to show you this stack model. Let me put my pencil. Okay. For instance, let's take a look. Let's take a look. We see that actually Dawn and Evelyn have the same amount of money. Stack model will be slightly bigger like that, so that can show you. Okay. I will draw two rectangles like Lego like this, the same amount. This represents Dawn. This represents Evelyn. They got the same amount of money. But take note, Dawn every day spend $120. Okay, I don't know how many. I don't know how many days, but I know that Dawn spent $120. Okay, 120, 120. How many 120? I am not sure. Okay, but I know that, you not see it not? But I know that after the same number of days, this Dawn is left with $1,200. So this one is the $1,200. Okay, so now I'm going to do for Evelyn. Evelyn spent $160, meaning every month, same thing. Every month, as compared to Dawn, Evelyn will spend $40 more. How many months, I don't know. But I know that Evelyn will spend, can see clearly, will spend $40 more each month. And in the end, she will have $960 left, the one that I represent in green. Now you take a look. Actually, if I put my ruler here, this yellow portion will be equivalent to this portion here. That means all the 40, 40, 40, 40, 40, don't know how many months of 40 plus this 960. Okay, so what is the first step? The first step is, I want to know how much are all these 40, 40, 40 all together. I know that the whole yellow thing is 1,200. This green portion is 960. So that's why you can get 1,200 minus 960. Okay, you will get 240, meaning this portion here is 240. Okay, each month, this Evelyn spend $40 more. Cannot? This one can, right? So now you ask yourself, 40, 40, 40, 40, 40. How many groups of 40 are there in 240? How many months of spending $40 more, I will get 240. So yes, you are right. You take 240, divide by 40 to get 6. Meaning I have 6 groups of this, really 6 months. After 6 months, I got 6 groups of this. Cannot. This 6 means the number of months. Now they ask you, how much money do they have at first? You can either use Dawn's model to solve it or Evelyn's model to solve it. If I use Dawn model, I will know that 120 times 6, I add 1,200, I will get the answer. If I use Evelyn, I will take 160 times 6. plus 960. So in any case, you will still get the correct answer. Okay, you go and try because you already have, these are just merely some calculation. Then after that, you write your final statement with a dollar sign. What is important is this model, that you need to understand that actually the yellow portion is equivalent here. So once you take the 120 minus away 960, you'll be asking yourself, how many groups of party are there? Then you divide. All right, Ken, with that, let's move on to question 4. You may pause and take down and solve it before we move to question 4. Now, question 4. 60% of a budget for birthday party was spent on food. 75% of the remaining budget was spent on entertainment and the rest was spent on lucky draw prizes. $128.40 was spent on entertainment. A 7% GST was charged on all spending. What was the budget for the party? Okay. Part B. Find the amount of money spent on lucky draw prizes before GST. So take note of some difficult words like budget. Let's say your mommy say, I give you a budget. I give you a sum of money to work with. I give you a budget of $200. You go and buy a sports shoes or soccer boots to play soccer. You need to work within that $200 budget. Okay, so with that, once again, there's a lot of percentage. I'm going to change all this to a fraction so that we can draw model. Okay, so they say 3 out of 5 of the budget is spent on food, while 75% of the remaining budget was spent on entertainment. So this is actually remainder concept. You actually draw the model. You draw 5 units first. You shade 3, and this is actually spent on food. And the rest is the remainder. Yes, you're correct. The rest is the remainder. Okay, this is the remainder. And they say 3 out of 4 of the remainder was spent on entertainment and the rest on lucky draw. So I'm going to cut this into 4 and label 3 for entertainment. Okay, while the rest is for lucky draw. And take note, since I cut this unit into 2 smaller ones, I also subdivide the rest. Okay, at least we are quite clear. Can? And they did tell you $128.40 was spent on entertainment. Okay, so this is the one on entertainment. Can? So this $128.40 include GST or not? Yes, because they say a 7% GST was charged for all spending. So for this question, at least you know that 3 units correspond to 128.4. You want to find the budget, you find 1 and find 10. For example, this one. 3 units correspond to $128.40. This one include GST, include already, include GST. You find 1 unit, and then you can find 10 units. Okay, you will get the answer 428. I want you to find the intermittent steps. And this is the budget. $428. That is the budget. Then, now they say, find the amount of money spent on the lucky draw before GST. Take note, lucky draw is 1 unit only. Whatever you found here, that includes the GST. What I mean is this. When I say that it includes GST, let me go focus again. If let's say you find that, let me see, find the amount of money spent on lucky draw. on GST. Okay, so since it includes GST, you are working with 107%. So what do I do now? You can actually find 10 units. You can find 1 unit first. So I know that the 1 unit now, 107% arrow, $42.80, because this is my 1 unit. You find 1% and you find 100%, you will get a number, nice number that is smaller than $42.80. And that is the amount spent on lucky draw before GST. Okay, that is before GST. So with that, you can write your final statement 1A, final statement B. So this one is B, this is B, this is A. Okay, that is for question 4. Let us move on, because you realize that it's always the same. You see the percent, you change to fraction, you draw model, then you solve. So you take a look at question 5. 40% of the chairs in the hall were white while the rest were red. After buying 147 red and white chairs, the number of white were twice as many as before, and the number of red increased by 15%. Now, this one is the difficult one. It increased by 15%. From your fraction, you will have this, and if you divide it by 5, you will have 320 as well. Okay, now they say 60% of the chairs were white, while the rest are red. I know that 100 minus 40% is 60%. So I know that 60% are red chairs, 40% are white chairs. And they say the red increased by 15%. So is there any link between the 40 and 15? No link, there's no link. So increase by 15% means I am taking my chair as the 100%. Increase by 15%. It also can mean by increase by 3 out of 20. Okay, I draw a model first to show you that this is 2 out of 5. This is 3 out of 5, 60%. I draw a model to show you. Big model. I have 5 units. You shade 2 to represent white, and the rest are red. Okay, initially they say 60%, 40%. Okay, I will highlight for you the red so that you can see really clearly that actually it is red. Now the problem is because they say that the number of chairs were twice as before after buying 147 red and white. So this one I still know how to settle, because white you want to have twice of. Twice of 2 units is another. Yes, 2 units, 2 times 2 is 4. So I expect 2 more units here. This one is part of the 147. This is the increase. Okay, this is the increase. This is the increase. But how about this red chair? How to increase by 15%? It's quite tough because I'm working with 3 units. My percentage is 60. 3 out of 20 is not so easy to see unless my denominator is 60. Then it will be easier to see. Let me see. It's possible. How to make denominator 60? I take 20 times 3 to get 60. So now I'm quite happy. If they say the number of red chair increased by 9 out of 60, it means that I take the whole thing as 60 units and I increase by 9 units. Okay, That means this one, if I say that these are 60 units. So if let's say I say this is 60 units, meaning each box, how many units do I put in? 60 divided by 3, 20. So I put in 20 units, 20 units, 20 units, 20 units, 20 units, 20 units, 20 units. And these are all the things that the red increased by 9 over here, and the white increased by 40 units. So are you able to use 40 the units to solve? Yes. You see, 20 plus 20 plus 9 is 49. If 40 units correspond to 147, find 1 and find the number of red in the end. The number of red in the end is 69 units. Okay, then you will get the answer. It will be a whole number because they ask you how many red chairs were there in the end, meaning you're finding 60 units plus the 9 units on the right. So you write your final statement. Okay, that is for question 5. Now we can actually move to question 6. Question 6 also another stack model that I actually first time using it to teach you all. So Elise baked some apple pie, mango pies, and yam pies. She baked 20 more apple pies than mango pies and 15 more yam pies than apple pies. After selling 80% of the apple pie and 1/3 of the mango pies, Elise had 123 pies left. How many pies did Elise sell? When they ask for how many pies, this includes apple, mango, yam. Apple, mango, yam. So I am going to draw the stack model to show you. So you expect that the model to look a little bit like that. Okay. The first time I'm actually teaching it this way, so please give me feedback if you are able to understand it better. Now, I'm going to draw 3 flavors. Hopefully you can see. The first one is mango. Okay, this is mango. I am going to draw the next one that is apple. The same length, roughly the same length. But because they say that she baked 20 more apple pie than mango. So I'm going to draw my extra 20 on the right here. And the whole thing here, this is apple. Okay, in case you don't know what I am drawing, I'm drawing the apple represent the whole thing here. Okay, and this extra portion is 20. Okay, last but not the least, they say yam pies and 15 more yam than apple. I am going to draw the same length of apple. But this time round, I am going to extend a little bit more. How much more? 15 more. 15 more. This is the 15 more. And the whole thing here is yam. I use a purple to show you the yam color. Yeah, wow. Trust me, when you spend some time drawing the model, after that you will be able to understand. You see this one, I Lego, stack, stack, stack. So we get to see that as compared, you know that this portion is the 20. Okay, this portion is the 20, this portion is the 15. This one we know. Okay, then they say, after selling 4 out of 5 of the apple, I have apple, you want to take 4 out of 5, meaning here I'm going to cut into 5 parts. 2, 3, 4, 5. I can see a lot. 4 out of 5. Take note, no. If my 20 are being cut into 5, each unit, what do I put? 20 divided by 5, you will have 4 here, correct. Okay, they say after selling 4 out of 5, actually you are selling this portion. Okay, you are selling this portion. And they say he sold 1/3 of the mango. Okay, I'm going to cut the mango into 3. Can? Now let us do some comparison. You see here, the mango I cut into 3 units. Here, the apple I cut into 5 units. By right, the units must be of the same size. So, how to make them the same size? Yes, you are right. Common multiple. Common multiple. 3 times 5 is 15. So, meaning I'm going to write here 5 units, 5 units, 5 units. I check. 3 times 5, 15 units or not? Yes. Because in the end, they say, oh, they are going to sell 1/3 of the mango. So here, I'm going to write 3 unit, 3 unit, 3 unit, 3 unit, 3 unit. And the whole thing here for the yam, I will just put a 15 units here to represent the whole box here. So yam will have 15 units, a 20 and a 15. So now they ask you, they say Elise had 123 pies left. How many pies did Elise sell? So I'm going to use yellow to show you that how much is being left is this one. Mango, this is what's being left. This is for apple pies. Did they sell anything about the yam pie? No. So yam pie, we have the whole thing here. So all the one that I actually highlighted in yellow is the number of pies left. Can? So it's a 4-mark question. You don't think that you can solve quite easily. So you add 10 units plus 3 units plus 15 units plus 4 plus 20 plus 15 gives you 123. You slowly add them. 10 units plus 3 units plus 15 units give you 28 units. 28 units plus 4 plus 20 plus 15 gives you 123. Okay, so actually 28 units plus 39 gives you 123 units. Are you able to find, that means 28 units, pardon my handwriting, is equivalent to 123 minus 39, which is 84. Okay, can you take some time to go and take a look? So to get 1 unit, you take 84 divided by 28. You will get quite a nice number. Okay, that's provided you spend some time drawing the stack model. So they ask you, how many pies did Liz sell? Liz actually sold 5 units here, 3, 6, 9, 12, 12 units here, and 4, 8, 12, 16. So you go and find out. 5 plus 12 gives you 17 units. 17 units plus, this is 4 times 4 gives you 16. 16. This will give you the final answer. So you see or not, you got 1 unit, right? You go and find 17. You plus 16, it will give you a nice number. Okay? So you go and try, because I can pause here for you to try. I can even tell you the 1 unit is 3. So how to find 17 units? 17 times 3, you give a number, then you plus 16 to get the final answer. Okay, so your job here is to draw out the model properly, do the calculation exercise. You will get a nice number lah. How many times? All right, that is question 6. You may pause to solve and draw the model. Okay, Ken? Then I'll move on to question 7 and 8. Okay, 7. There were 120 fewer boys than girls in the school hall. After 20% of the girls left the hall and 70% more boys entered the hall, there were 321 children in the hall. How many girls remain in the hall? In your sketch, you already know that actually the girls has 120 more than the boys. You know that the girls have more. You also know that 1/5 of the girls left the hall. And 70% more boys entered the hall. There were 321 children in the hall. How many children remain in the hall? So I am going to do a stack model for you again to show you that, because you know that this one is model and number, you know it's distributive again, burgers and fries. But I'm going to show you boys. Okay, I'm going to show you boys. Draw big, draw big. And girls, I'm going to draw the same size first. So this is the boys. This is the girls. With the 120, maybe I draw outside here. So this whole thing is 120. They say 1/5 of the girls left the hall. 1/5 I cut into 5 parts. I know how to cut. 3, 4, 5. Okay. And I also can tell you 120 divided by 5 is 24. Okay, so these are the ones who left. Only 1/5 of the girls left. Okay, but they say that 7 out of 10 more boys entered. That means originally you take it as you have 10 units here left. When 7 units more boys entered the hall, okay, there were 321 children. So these 7 units is included in this 321 children. So you take note. Now the problem is, if you look at here, here I have 10 units. Here I only have 5 units. How can 5 be the same as 10? What can I do to the 5 units so that I can get 10 smaller units? Yes, you are correct. You said 5 times 2 is 10. So I'm going to write down, I'm going to cut like subdivide like that. I write 2 units here. So in the end, you must remember that this 320, what does this 321 represent? It represents this 10 units, this 7, and whatever that is left in the girls that are highlighted here. 2 unit, 2 unit, 2 unit, 2 unit, 24, 24, 24, 24. All the ones that I highlight in green add up to give you 321 children. So what do? You take 17 units here plus 10. And of course, you take 24 times 4 to give you 96. This will give you 321. Wait now, let me see. Oh, I forgot to add the 17 unit plus 8. Sorry, it is plus 8 because 2, 4, 6, 8. So you will get to see 25 unit equal 225. Because 321 minus 96, 225. So you find 1 unit. They ask you how many girls remain in the hall. Your idea is to find 8 units plus the 96. So you find 8 units, you add 96. And this will give your final answer. Okay, your final answer, if I'm not wrong, is 168. Give me the intermittent steps. All right, give me the intermittent steps. You may pause a while before you proceed to question 8. Let's move on to question 8. Question 8. There were 350 children at the Children's Day party. 20% of the girls and 25% of the boys participated in a fancy dress competition. If 80 children participate in the fancy dress competition, how many girls do not participate in the fancy dress competition? Yeah, so these are, I'm going to draw long, but you must take note that this 1/5 is of the girls, 1/4 is of the boys. So the base is different. I'm going to draw two models that look different now. For example, the girls, right? I will draw 5 units. Okay, this is, maybe I represent with a dot. These are the girls. Okay, and they actually even say 1/5 of the girls participated in the competition, fancy dress competition. So 4 units didn't. Now I draw the boys. I will draw slightly smaller. I anyhow draw because the units they didn't say also. Then I'm going to cut into 4 parts. I put a star here. I put a star on purpose to tell you that this star unit and the dot unit is not the same. And all together, there are 350. Okay, they also tell you 1/4 of the boys participated in the fancy dress competition. But they're asking you, how many girls who don't participate? Meaning they are looking for 4 of the dot unit that I highlighted out for you. For this, we will use grouping to solve the question. You will see that 1 unit and 1 star gives you 80. So you're going to ask yourself, are we going to find more of this kind of group? Okay, you will get to see that, teacher, actually I can find one more here. Teacher, I can actually find one more here. Teacher, I also can find one more group here. Then I'm left with one of the dot unit. Can see or not? If one group is 80, how many 80 do you see? You're right. So you take 80 times 4. Then after that, you take 350 minus, you will get the number, the actual number for one of the unit of the girl. Okay, that's 30 lah, 30. Now they are asking how many girls do not participate. You are looking for 4 of this. So what is 30 times 4? Yes, please write down the final statement, draw the model and do the grouping. This is a grouping. You don't need to find out exactly how much is 1 unit of girls. You don't need to find out how much is 1 unit of boys, but I actually handle it as a group of 80. All right, let's move on to question 9. Question 9. There are a total of 920 children attending Camp A and Camp B. 60% of the children in Camp A and 70% of the children in Camp B are boys. The remaining 305 children are girls. How many more children are there in Camp A than Camp B? Okay, same thing. I am going to actually, it's similar to question 8. we are going to put 3 out of 5 here. And 3/4 here. Okay, so now I'm going to draw. I am now going to draw. I am going to draw A, B. Very conveniently, oh sorry. I am going to draw the 5 units for Chem A. I'm going to draw the 5 units for Chem A. I draw big so that you can see. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. Then I'm going to anyhow draw maybe 4 units because different size. This one maybe I put a star. They did say that 3/4 are boys. These are boys. And this one will be girls. But for Chem A, they say that 3 out of 5 are boys and the rest are girls. And they did tell you 920 is the total. And they also tell you that the girls, there are 305 girls. That means if I put this into one group, this is 305 girls. Can see? So I'm also going to put a dot here to show you. Then you say, teacher, like if I use the same method of 2 units of girls plus 1 unit of boy is 350. You try to do this. Some of you say, I try to replicate what you do just now. But what I'm left with is like that, like 1 unit of this 1 big unit in Chem A versus 2 smaller units in Chem B. I can't replicate what I did in question 8. What can I do? What can I do? Okay, so with that, they ask how many more children are there in Chem A than B? So if you look carefully, one way that we can do is we can actually subdivide. Subdivide the unit for Chem A, and I am going to put dots inside for every unit. Can now I tell you that actually 4 units. See, now I group for you. They say like that now 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 units of the girls and the star gives you 350. You will do the same for this. What you are left with is this. I show you. What you are left with is 2 units here of the Chem A and 2 units of Chem B. Maybe I draw again for you to see. This is 2 units in Chem A and 2 star of Chem B. Cannot. The one that I group in pink is 305. So with this, are we able to solve? Able to, because later you can find one group of this and one group of this. So never mind, we start solving. You take 305 plus 305 to give you 610. Then you take 920 minus 610 to give you 310. Meaning the one in blue here, the whole big blue group is 310. Cannot, but are you able to find just one group of dot and star? Because they did ask you how many more children are there in Chem A as compared in Chem B. So we can actually do the actual number itself. So a lot of you say, yeah, I know. I can actually divide by 2 because I see 2 groups of this to get 155. Okay, so now I'm quite happy. I know that my one group, let me use a different color to show you. My one group of 1 dot and 1 star is 155. So what am I going to do next? So you check now. I can have 1 group, 2 groups, 3 groups, and 4 groups. And the rest I will get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units of the dots. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take 155 times 4. Then I will minus away to get 300. Now you see your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 units of the dot gives you 300. 1 unit of the dot is 300 divided by 6, which is 50. Yes, 50. So now you can find 10 units in A. 10 units will be 500 times 10. Sorry, 50 times 10 to give you 500. Then you can find out the number. At least I know this is the total number in A. When you minus, you can get the total number in B. So now when they ask you, how many more children are there in A than B? You can take the 500 minus 420. 500 minus 420 to give you 80. So the final answer is 80. Oh, not easy. This is grouping. This is the 4 5-mark question. Okay, Ken? Are you able to do it? Are you able to try? So this is a longer way. Of course, if you are able to try question 10, survive until question 10, since it's a holiday video teaching on. Take a look at question 10. At a coffee shop, this is last question. At a coffee store, 40% of the sandwiches were ham sandwiches. 70% of the remaining were egg and the rest were tuna sandwiches. There were 30 more egg than ham. After some ham sandwiches were sold, 20% of the sandwiches left were ham sandwiches. How many sandwiches are there at first? How many ham sandwiches were sold? So there are some elements of remainder concept here. Same thing, I change all this kind of percentage to fraction. I put in simplest form for easy sake, of course, more to simplify it so that I can draw the model easily. So okay, I'm now going to draw a big model. So I draw a big model to show 5 units. We need to start somewhere. We cannot say that I'm scared. Then label 2 as ham. Okay, they say 7 out of thing. So this is the remaining. This is the remaining. But they want to cut the remaining into 10. Is it possible? Not possible. So never mind. I drop down first. I cut into 10 first. I actually label 7 first as egg. And the rest, tuna. Okay, this is your remainder concept. So you ask yourself, how can 10 units and 3 parts be the same? 10 and 3. 10 and 3. How can I make them the same? So you are right. Smallest common multiple is 30, meaning I am going to times 10 here to the same. and times 3 here. This is your remainder concept. I'm doing subdivision. In your language, it's called cut. So at least you're very clear. You know that the 8 is from here to here. The tuna is from here to here. That is 6 units. Okay, can 8, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 times 3, 24. I better write 8 times 3, give me 24. And ham sandwiches, 20 units. So I write down all the units properly. It's like your normal remainder concept. Okay? Then they say, there were 30 more egg than ham. They are comparing egg and ham. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, my apology. Actually, I made a mistake here. By right, it should be 21 units. The 7 units only here. Let me see. 7, 21 units. So here. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, correct. Then this one, the green one, consists, actually belong to tuna. So tuna will have 9 units. Better quickly change the number to avoid confusion. So this is 9 units. This is 21 units. Now they say there are 30 more egg than ham. More egg than ham. So you take 21 unit minus 20 unit, give you 1 unit. 1 unit corresponds to 30. This link is very important. Okay, then they say after some ham sandwiches were sold, 20% of the sandwiches left are all ham sandwiches. So only ham sandwiches were sold. Now the rest of the egg and tuna all not sold. So to be on the safer side, they ask how many sandwiches were there at first? You count 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. You secure your marks first. Okay, at least I know there are 1,500 sandwiches at first. All right. Now they ask you how many ham sandwiches are sold. Never mind, you find the original number of ham sandwiches first, which is 600 now. Then now we tackle this one. They say after some ham sandwiches sold, 20% of the sandwiches left were ham sandwiches. So 20% of the sandwiches left were ham sandwiches. What is the other 80%? There is a new 100%, you know. In your new 100%, 20% left are ham. So the rest of the 80, it will be 8 plus tuna. 8 plus tuna. 21 unit plus 9 unit is 30 units. Okay, 30 units is 30 times 30, which is 900 lah. That means my 80% is 900 sandwiches. Okay, take note now, originally my ham sandwiches got 600. But now poor thing, the ham sandwiches, not say poor thing lah, very good that a lot of people buy the ham sandwiches. So how to get the 20%? How to get the 20%? If you take 900 divided by 4, you will get 225. Wow. Originally, the ham sandwiches have 600. Now left with 225. So how many sandwiches, how many ham sandwiches were sold? Yes, you minus, then you get the final answer for part B. That is question 10. All right. So for question 11 and 12, that will be your special homework because I cannot be giving video teaching for all the questions. So for question 11 and 12, it is your turn to go and solve the question. Firstly, you need to actually learn how to draw model by converting the percentage to fraction. After a while, you will know that your 80% is 4 out of 5, 20% is 1/4. I want you to go and draw the model and find out what percent of the total task did Nora bake. Okay, they want total at the denominator and Nora. So this is the one. You can use units to solve. Okay, go and try, draw your comparison model. So for question 12, same thing. They have quite a number of hints. You go and find out. Marble cake 7 units, banana cake 5 units. And go and find. You go and try first. All right. Thank you for listening. So you can always go back to the video to check what you have missed out. Thank you.